The Chicago Cubs drop an absolute heartbreaker to the San Francisco Giants last night, 7-6. We had the lead pretty much up until the eighth inning, and it just all fell apart. Unfortunately, it was back and forth, but ultimately we couldn't get it done. Giants came back off of a home run and it just beat us. Let's be honest. As we are discussing that, game two is on right now, and it's tied 2-2. I'm really hoping this game can turn around. The Cubs can just blow it out of the water and just win this game because we absolutely need it. Besides the Giants series, I'm going to be discussing a couple of things. Where are the Cubs getting beat? And the obvious answer is going to be the bullpen. I'm going to give a couple recommendations today and see where can the Cubs change up the bullpen? Where can they go? What kind of trades can be made before the deadline? And just ultimately see if there's any positivity left in the rest of this season. Hi, everyone. My name is Justin Winteroth. Welcome to another edition of Just Another Year Chicago Cubs. I'm really excited for the Cubs still. I know everyone's been hating, and I'm not even hating. They're justified, but I just want to see what we can do to ultimately get this team back on track to hopefully winning the NL Central and getting back on top. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Let's give a brief breakdown of yesterday's game. It was a talk of the town today. Everybody was upset at the very least, and I completely understand that. And there's a reason for it. So the Cubs had a strong night offensively. Let's not argue with that. Michael Busch started it all off with a 2-1 lead off of a close center field home run. Then directly after that, in the seventh inning, Hayden Wesneski gave up a solo shot to the lethal Elliot Ramos, and that made it 2-2. Mark Leiter Jr. came in, got himself in a bases loaded situation, and then walked in a run to make it 3-2. Bottom seven comes, Wisdom gets on base, and Seiya hits a gorgeous double to tie the game. And then off to Waveland goes Mr. Ian Happ. 6-3 at this point. And I know if you're watching this, you're sitting there and you're like, the Cubs have this. 6-3. We haven't been in this situation in quite some time. We got this. Well, sadly, in the eighth, Bailey hits a nice solo shot to make it 4-6, and then the dagger of Estrada hitting a left field no doubter to make it 7-6. So we have to sit here and accept that that happened, and ultimately just move on. Again, there's a couple things that we need to do, and the bullpen is a big reason as to why we lost this game. If you have not already, please like this video, subscribe, and comment Go Cubs Go for your chance to win a Shota Imanaga jersey. The winner's going to be announced on June 30th. We originally had planned for this to be June 10th, but things change, and I make the rules, like I said. So please like this video, subscribe, comment Go Cubs Go for your chance to win this awesome Shota Imanaga jersey. Everybody, it finally happened. The Cubs win 5-2 against the Giants. Let's go. This is my first time on this channel actually announcing that the Cubs have won a game. So I just want everyone to know I'm so thrilled. It was a great game. And let's just talk about it really quick while we're on the topic, right? So first off, Cubs won. Let's go. Go Cubs go. Quickly breaking the game down, the deciding factor indeed was Justin Steele. He was throwing lights out, and he just was giving it all, and he just did it. He just did it. We also got a beautiful, beautiful onslaught of runs in the eighth inning. Belly, Hap, and Morel all got RBIs, which is fantastic. And then we can't forget about Dansby Swanson hitting that 2-run home run to start off the game. So this was an awesome win, and I think not only Justin Steele being the deciding factor, but what's actually really surprising is that Keegan Thompson came in to relief pitch for us. I know. Keegan Thompson came in, gave us 3 amazing strikeouts, including the last one on Jorge Soler. Peace out. And he just did his thing in the relief spot. So if that doesn't get you hyped up, if that doesn't give you optimism, you are not a true fan. Keegan Thompson, shout out to you, buddy. Way to come in and relief pitch. Absolutely no offense against Hector Neris, but he can never relief pitch for us again. Let's go Cubs. As always, we got to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Freshie, the world's first organic tequila seltzer. If you have not already, run to your nearest local vendor and get your own Freshie, because this is going to be the best drink of the summer. My absolute favorite flavor is that blood orange habanero. You can't go wrong with it. Have a wonderful summer drinking yourself some Freshie. As always, we got to give a huge shout out to our sponsor. So, of course, the Cubs won, which is fantastic, but let's go back to what really needs to change for the Cubs, the bullpen. What are some ways that we can be competitive again in the bullpen? And just not give up runs every single time our starting pitcher's taken out. I've literally lost count of how many times that's happened where, Justin Steele comes out, has a 6-7 strikeout performance game, and then right away Mark Glider Jr. or Wesneski give up just a bomb, and the Cubs lose the lead. I hate to throw those guys under the bus, but unfortunately, I feel like personally those two are our two weakest links in the lineup right now. So what can we do? What can change? Who can be brought up? That's a great question because the Cubs farm system is not looking too hot either. But last week I discussed a man named Ben Leeper. Ben Leeper has a really, really good stat sheet, and I think that can be someone that can be thrown in our middle relief, especially with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Let's give him a shot and just see what happens. Craig Counsell was quoted less than a couple days ago about bringing up AAA guys and seeing what they have. And he was quoted by saying, "No, that's not happening. You can't just grab kids from AAA and throw them in there." But why not? Why are we going to stick with what we have when there's an opportunity to find something just a little bit better? If you take baby steps towards gradually being a little bit better, I think then ultimately you might find yourself in a better position. But again, I'm not going to waver any kind of hate or disrespect towards Craig Counsell. I think he's the guy. I think he's the man for this team. But obviously, there's got to be some changes with the bullpen that he's going to have to make. As always, we have to announce our player of the game. And on June 18th, 2024, the player of the game is none other than Justin Steele. He finished up the game with 6.2 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, gave up a couple runs, gave up a couple walks, but ultimately had 8 strikeouts. No one better in the game, in my opinion, than Justin Steele. I mean, yes, there are some better pitchers, but I just love the guy. I obviously hate to see that he was injured at the beginning of the year with that hamstring. God only knows what would have happened if he was fully, completely healthy. But man, this was a great game for him to play. As always, we have to announce our player of the game. And on June 18th, although the Cubs came out victorious today, there's obviously something that needs to change. We've discussed that this whole video. I'm thrilled because today was a turning point, I feel, for the Chicago Cubs. I know that there is a lot of optimism in that clubhouse still. There has to be because we're not even really that far out of first place. The Cubs are literally only 6 games out of first place. So if you think about that, the Oakland Athletics won 22 games in a row at one point. Okay, and this was obviously a long time ago, but if something like that can happen, this can happen for the Cubs. There's got to be some trades done at the deadline. We should definitely be aggressive. Maybe try grabbing Pete Alonso or Vlad Jr. You're going to have to spend money. I don't know if Judd's willing to do that, but if we're not going to go for offense, that's fine. We definitely need pitching. Let's try and grab Mason Miller from the Oakland Athletics while we're on the topic. That kid is heat. 103, 104-mile-an-hour fastball. That could be really useful in the closing innings. All we have to do is get these bats going and continue to throw the ball and keep it in play. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'm so happy that I was able to do my first win video and just elated with positive feelings and I'm happy ultimately. So this was just another year Chicago Cubs. Again, everybody, thank you so much. My name is Justin Winteroth. Please like, follow, and subscribe so we can keep doing this. Have a wonderful evening and go Cubs go.